want Preston to get the second now. There it is.
Alright, hello and welcome to the MatchDayVlogs channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button, hit subscribe, because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here at a very wet St Mary's Stadium at Sea. Southampton take on Preston North End. And we are in quite the perilous situation. We've been shouted at by Stephen at the moment. Has he got what he wanted? He's got you to flick the birds to the away fans, which is very important.
I went for these just in case it was caught on camera.
Very good. Right, so we're here to see Southampton take on Preston North End. We are currently sitting pretty 3 points clear of the relegation zone, but unfortunately we are in the Championship and not in the Premier League anymore, and that is a pretty dismal place to be. We're coming off 2 defeats on the bounce, Bristol City away and Ewood Park defeat to Blackburn Rovers. This is pretty desperate, really, isn't it? There's been lots of talk about Will Still, there's been lots of talk about the ownership of the club. It's a must-win, isn't it?
The funny thing is, all these bad performances, and then we draw against Real Madrid in the week. It's a funny one. It's a weird way to get ready for Preston, I'll be honest with you. But it is, man. Like no one's happy right now. You go outside, you talk to people around the ground, and usually, there's a little bit of like, oh, we could do something. Maybe if we just change this, but
a lot of disbelief as well as to where we are.
It's disbelief to where we are, but also I think no one believes in the players and in the manager and in the board. I've seen a few flags on the outside. I've heard booing every single game. It's not where you want to be. We all made those jokes last season, like Championship. At least we'll have a few wins. I didn't realise a few meant 2.
We've seen 4 league wins in 17 months, and this stadium hasn't seen a win in 3 months. And here we are in the 1st of November, and we've had 2 league wins so far in the Championship campaign. It's not good. I'm seeing lots of talk about Sport Republic out. Obviously, they have to take some ownership, the stewardship of the club. It's not going well at all. Everything off the pitch is going fantastically well. They are bringing in means to create revenue, which is, of course, means we can spend as much as we possibly can. And they are spending money, but they're just making pretty dreadful decisions in regards of managerial appointments and so on. It's
kind of crazy that the previous ownership, who couldn't spend any money with us and didn't do anything, is actually performed better than these guys. Like Gal didn't do anything, but it was still a pretty well-run club, and they were making somewhat all right decisions. Now it's just nothing but potential. I've been saying I've had the conversation so many times in the last week of what's wrong, and it's just experience, isn't it? Every level there's no experience, and the very few bits of experience we do have in the squad are terrible. So I just want a few people in this team, in this building, that have been in this league before. They've been in football for a while. They know how the game works. They know that not everything can be won with potential.
It does feel very, very strange, the fact that we have this ownership. There is spending money. I mean, let's not forget that this rot started long before Sports Republic came in and bought this club. But you've got to look at people like Rasmus Ankerson. You've got to look at people like Henrik Larsson, who's obviously moved on now. But then compare them to the likes of Martin Semmens and what he was able to do with nothing. So it is a bit baffling, but hey, who knows? It might turn around today. How do you see today going against Preston North End?
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. In reality, if you were to ask me this, 3-4 weeks ago, I'd be like 2-3-0 win, let's go for it. But if we could squeak out a 1-0 or 2-1, I'd be loving it. If we can just get 3 points on the board, I don't care which way it comes. I just can't see us lose or draw to this team. Otherwise, it's going to be heinous in here.
It's going to be absolutely heinous, but I do not like the prospect of perhaps losing heavily here today. Will Still leaves, and we get someone like Steven Gerrard in, and the rot continues. But anyway, we hope for a positive score prediction.
I am going to go for 3-1 Saints.
Like it. I'm going to go with a rather conservative 2-1. Heck, who knows what will happen. But forgive me if this episode's a little bit toned down. I arrived in at 5 a.m. this morning from Turkey, so my teeth haven't been done. The hairline's still as it was, so I got a little bit of suntan, a few Mozzie bites. That's all I can boast for that. Lovely holiday. Thanks for asking. Right, kick-off coming up.
We make it so easy for them.
to a goal. It's half-time here at the St Mary's Stadium, and it is rather disappointingly Southampton 0, Preston North End 1. Started kind of positively, ran out of some ideas, and then ended up faltering at the back with it being bundled into the goal. It's been yeah, I don't really. I mean, there's definitely a lot of discontent in this stadium. There's been shouts of Sports Republic, get out of our club, a lot of abuse of players. Not much mention towards the manager though, has there?
Well, I think we all know where the rot is, and no matter who the manager is, as long as this board are in place, it's going to be terrible anyway. So it's, do you replace Will right now and trust these lot to replace him? No. So what's the point in that? It's just bad, man. It's just that the rot is so set in. And you see these players, I thought in the opening 25 minutes, like, well, there's nothing going on here. This is already dead. They've already shrunk. They already look terrible. Where's it going to go? And we've got those players on the bench that I think we all were hoping to sort of see some time today. I think hopefully changes at half-time.
Aribo was warming up, wasn't he?
Aribo had a huge reception, got up and started training, and everyone went wild. The funny thing is, this whole crowd turned at about 25 minutes, and then the goal was conceded. The stadium knew that we were going to concede. We knew what was going to happen. It's like, you know, we always you hear that thing a lot of, like, the manager's the last one in the pub. It's the last man in the pub to know what to do. He was the last one in the stadium to realise that this is not going well. It's just terrible. I don't really know what to say at this point, apart from what's the point of coming next week.
Yeah, I mean we have we've got QPR in the week, and we've got Sheffield Wednesday at home here. But these games are just going to come and go. If we don't get anything out of today, when I say anything, a draw doesn't do any favours whatsoever. If we don't get a win, we're in the relegation fight, surely, because we're not winning the games at home, we're not winning the games on the road, we're not able to put out a performance that is convincing in the slightest. So what makes us possibly think that we can take on any other side in this championship campaign and come out on top? We can't.
We just can't do it.
We can't. So we've really got to turn it around in the half-time dressing room. But I honestly, I can't see how this changes. I just see this goes one or two ways. We either pull it back and scrape a point, or we concede a couple more.
Yeah, Yeah, you're right. This game can only go one or two ways, and it's going to be even more toxic in here by the end of it, or everyone's going to go home a bit like, well, you know, at least they got something out of it, I guess.
I mean, the stadium's got a bit of a vibe to it. Remember that Spurs at home game? I mean, we conceded 5 goals in the first half, so it was a little bit different. But there is a vibe in here.
But I'd say 5 goals against Spurs is the equivalent of 1 goal against Preston, a bad Preston side. So it is. This is worse than that.
It is dire, and I think the move's going to get increasingly sour unless we see a big turnaround. But we certainly hope for the better. But I cannot believe I flew into Stansted Airport at 1:30 this morning for this.
We might even get a swear word out of you today.
Might. Right, second half coming up. To 4 minutes of stoppage time here at St Mary's Stadium. It's still Southampton 0, Preston North End 1. We kind of called it a half-time, didn't we? We didn't need to see anything changing. We're out of ideas. We've made a few changes on the pitch in regards to formation. We've gone to a 4 at the back. We played Damien Downs up front, substituting a central defensive midfielder. But it's still not done anything. I mean, no disrespect to Preston, but they haven't really had to do a lot to come in and get a win. And the most despairing thing is the fact that, make no mistake, we are definitely in danger of going down.
Oh, yeah.
And surely have to be one of the favourites going down. Because if you can't pull off a result against a team that comes here that doesn't have to do that much to get a result, then what hope do you have? One, on the road, and two, for the rest of the campaign at home. It's disastrous.
The best players on this team have been Jay Robinson, Cienza, Fellows has been good, and that's because there's a bit of passion to it. You can see that they're kicking on. The rest of them are terrible. The rest of them are so bad. Their heads are down. They're shriveled up. They don't care. I'm literally at a point where it's like, let's just start terminating contracts. Let's just get him gone. You need to show absolute punishment for this. It's so bad. I'll start the under-21s next week. I'd rather just see players that care.
Yeah, just get some game time out there. I mean, I think half that Northern Wall are staying here to voice their opinions at full time because, I mean, it's pretty bleak, really.
Also, still showing a real lack of management in this game as well, leaving it so long to bring on certain.
It's really passive, though, isn't it? It's really passive.
Extremely passive. You thought, oh right, those changes at half time, maybe they're going to do something. In fact, you know what they did? They did get about, but the players that you've got remaining on the pitch are still so stinky. How many stray passes to the box? Not one has gone to a player. Not one. The only decent delivery we've had, it came over the top and Downs didn't even stick a leg out for it. It's just been absolutely atrocious. To be honest, I kind of want Preston to get this second now. And there it is. He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, this will be it. I mean, we literally watched it in front of them. The most pedestrian pass over the top. Nothing ball. And then play out the left side of the wing and just walk it into the net. Literally, we watched them walk it into the net on that one. This is the ugliest I've seen here at this stadium ever. See ya.